what is a house, children. A house is a place where we live in. Okay? It's a shelter that protects us from winter, summer when it is very hot, right? Yes or no? Rainy season. Okay, so you all know what is a house. Now we are going to see the types of houses, children. We are going to see the types of houses. You know that in India, we have a state called Assam. We have a state called Assam. Assam is in the northeastern part of India. Assam is in the northeastern part of India. This Assam is a hilly state. We all know that hilly state receives heavy rainfall and also faces always floods. Because of heavy rainfall, you have floods, floods. What do you mean by floods, children? Because of heavy rainfall, water gets stagnant in the places, and too much of water, there is no place for the water to go. Okay, that is why we face frequent floods when there is heavy rainfall. In some parts of this state, Assam, if you see, houses are built at a height on strong bamboo poles. Houses are built at a height on strong bamboo poles called stilts. Called stilts. Why? Because why the houses are built at a height on strong bamboo poles called stilts? Yeah, to avoid water from entering the house. Can you look at this picture, how the houses are built? Yes or no? It is built at a height on strong bamboo poles, children. Okay, that bamboo poles are called stilts to avoid water from entering the house because it is taken up to a height. So water will not easily enter the house. Such type of houses are called stilt houses. So if the houses are built at a height on strong bamboo poles called stilts to avoid water from entering the house, such type of houses are called what? Stilt houses, and the stilt houses are found in the state of Assam. And the stilt houses, if you see on the top, if you see, look at the roof of the house, it is sloping, children. The roofs of the house are sloping so that water slides down easily. Why the roofs of the houses are sloping, children? So that the water slides down easily. Now have you understood, children, about stilt houses? Okay. Yes, children. Now in India, we have a state called Rajasthan. Okay. Where is Rajasthan? I told you Assam is in the northeastern part of India. Rajasthan is in the northwestern part of India. Now Rajasthan, you all know, children, it is a dry and hot desert state. It is a dry and hot desert state. Okay. And desert areas, it doesn't receive much rainfall, children. It doesn't receive much rain. So, houses in the rural areas of Rajasthan. Rural means village areas like that. Houses in the rural areas of Rajasthan have thick walls made of mud. So, the houses in the rural areas of Rajasthan have thick walls, children. The thick walls are made of mud. Why it is they have thick walls made of mud? That houses have thick walls made of mud. Why? To keep them cool. To keep them cool. Because I told you that it is a hot desert state, right? So, to keep them cool, the houses in Rajasthan, okay, specifically the walls are made of mud. Okay, the houses have thick walls made of mud to keep them cool. The roofs of these houses, you can look at the picture, children. Can you look at the picture? Look at the roof of the house. Okay, in the stilt houses, the roofs of the house were sloping. But here, in this house, if you see, the roofs of the houses are made of bunches of straw. See that? Can you see that like straw it is there, no? But it is bunches of straw. It is that roofs are made of bunches of straw. So these types of houses are seen in Rajasthan. Is it clear now? Are you clear with this? Okay. Okay. Now listen, children. We have another state in India, Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh lies in the northern part of India. And this state experiences a lot of snowfall, children. In this state, it has a lot of snowfall. In Assam, we saw it receives heavy rainfall. In Rajasthan, that state receives much less rain, children. It doesn't receive much rain. It doesn't receive much rain. Okay. But Himachal Pradesh, if you see, there, this state has a lot of snowfall. So, because of the snowfall, the houses have wooden flooring. The houses have wooden flooring. Look at the picture, children. And look at the roofs of the houses, children. It is sloped. It is sloped to allow the snow to slide down, rain or to allow the rainwater or snow to slide down only. The roofs of the houses are sloped, children. Okay. So in Himachal Pradesh also, the roofs of the houses are sloped to allow the snow to slide down. Is it clear, children? So we saw about the state Himachal Pradesh and the type of house in Himachal Pradesh. So Himachal Pradesh lies in the northern part of India and it has a lot of snowfall, children. It experiences a lot of snowfall. The houses here have wooden flooring, children, and have sloping roofs to allow the snow to slide down. Is it clear now? Okay. Okay, children, now listen. In the southwestern part of India, you have a state called Kerala. You all know Kerala, right? Kerala lies in the southwestern part of India. Now, this state is close to the sea, children, and has a humid climate. This state has a humid climate, children. Okay. This humid climate, because of this humid climate, if you see, the traditional houses here are very airy. Houses have many doors and windows for ventilation, children. You need a lot of air from outside. As I told you that as this Kerala state is close to the sea, it has humid climate, children. You'll feel much humidity there, right? So that is why the houses are very airy. How the houses are made very airy is houses have a lot of doors and windows for ventilation to allow the air inside the house. And they have sloping tile roofs with pillars to support them. They have sloping tiled roofs. So the tile roofs will keep the house clean also. So the tile roofs are supported with pillars. Are you clear now? So Kerala lies in the southwestern part of India, and as Kerala is close to the sea, it has a humid climate. So the houses are made very airy, children. How the houses are very airy is they have lot of doors and windows for allowing the air enter inside. That is for ventilation. Okay, and these houses have sloping roofs with pillars to support them. Are you clear now? Okay. Yes, children. Now we are going to see the different types of materials needed for building a house. All of us know that for building a house we need some materials. Yes or no? So what are that materials? Now we are going to see the types of materials needed for building a house. Look at this picture, children. The first one, bricks. So, brick is a material which is needed for building a house. Okay, look at this picture, children. The next building material is cement. This is sand, children. What is this? This is sand. What is this, children? Yes, it is stones. What is this? Stones. So stones are also needed for building a house. Yes, children. Now the next material is wood. What is this? Wood. The next material needed for building a house is iron. What is this? Iron. The next one, the next material needed for building a house is steel. What is this, children? What you can see in this picture? Steel. Yes. Children, now that's all with the building materials. Now we are going to see the builders. Okay. Many people help in building a house, children. Okay. Many people help in building a house. Now we are going to see who are the people who help in building a house. The people who help in building a house are called builders. The people who help in building a house are called what? Builders. Now we are going to see the types of builders. Builders are the people who help in building the house. Okay. Now look at this picture, children. The first person we are going to see about is the architect. Who is this? Architect. What does an architect do, children? How does he help in building a house? Yes, he makes the plan of a house, children. An architect is the person who makes the plan of a house. He'll see how much is the space available for building the house, and then according to that space, he'll make a plan of the house. That is the work of an architect. So he is a builder. Builder is a person who helps in building the house. Good. Yes, children. Now the next builder whom we are going to see about is the laborer. Okay. What does a laborer do, children? A laborer carries bricks and sand. A laborer carries bricks and sand at a construction site. That is where they are building the house. That place is called construction site. So at a construction site, a laborer carries bricks and sand to help in building houses. So have you seen that, children? The one person carries the what is that? Bricks and sand. That person is called laborer. What is that person called? Laborer. So a laborer is a person who carries bricks and sand at a construction site to help in building the houses. Yes, children, now listen. We are going to see the next builder. Look at the picture, children. What is the person doing? He is laying the bricks for building a house. He is laying the bricks for building a house. So who is he? He is a mason. M-A-S-O-N, mason. What is the work of a mason? A mason lays the bricks for building a house. What does he do? He mixes the cement, sand and water, and then he seals the brick with this mixture to make strong walls. Have you seen at the construction site people mixing the cement, sand and water? Why they mix this? Because they have to seal the bricks, children. That is why. And after that, what they do after making a wall, strong walls, they put cement on the walls for a smooth finishing. For a smooth finishing. Are you clear now, children? So a mason lays the bricks for building a house. Yes, children. Now look at this picture, children. What is this person doing? Yes? Okay. What is the name of this person? Or who is this builder? A carpenter. Who is this? A carpenter. What is the work of a carpenter, children? Yes, a carpenter makes windows, doors, cupboards and other furniture like desk, table, chair, right? So, what is the work of this builder, children? Yes, this builder makes windows, doors, cupboards and other furniture also. What is this builder called as? Carpenter. What is this builder called as? Carpenter. Okay, good. Yes, children. Now look at this picture, children. Who is this builder? You all know this. Yes, this builder is a plumber. What does a plumber do, children? Yeah, a plumber fixes pipes and taps in the kitchen and bathrooms. What is the work of a plumber? A plumber fixes pipes and taps in the kitchen and bathrooms. Can you see what is the plumber doing in the picture? The plumbers. Is it clear now? Okay, fine. Now look at this picture, children. You all know who is this. Who is this, children? Yes, electrician. So the electrician is also a builder. What is the work of an electrician, children? Yes, he does the electrical wiring in a house. When a house is built, they come for electrical wiring, right? So that person is called as electrician. So he does the electric wiring in a house and fixes various electrical appliances like water heaters, fans, lights, and air conditioners. Okay, he fixes various electrical appliances like water heaters, fans, lights, and other air conditioners. Okay, so this is the work of an electrician. Are you clear now? Yes, children. Now we'll see the next builder. Who is this now? You all know who is this? Painter. Who is he? Painter. So what is he doing? Painting the walls. This is the work of the painter, children. A painter paints the walls and ceilings where you have the fan, right? That part is called as ceiling. Okay. So, and ceilings of a house, right? So, a painter paints the walls and ceilings of a house. Is it clear now? So, that's all with the builders, children. So, what are the types of builders we saw? Yes, the first one is the architect who makes the plan of a house. Okay. The next one is a laborer who carries bricks and sand. Then the third one is a mason who lays the bricks for building a house. The fourth one is the carpenter who makes windows, doors, cupboards, and other furniture. The fifth one is a plumber. What is his work? A plumber fixes pipes and taps in the kitchen and bathrooms. Okay. The next one is an electrician who does the electrical wiring in a house and also fixes various electrical appliances like water heaters, fans, lights, and air conditions. Yeah, conditioners and air conditioners. Next one is a painter. What does a painter does? A painter paints the wall and ceilings of a house. So these are the types of builders. Yes, children. Now we saw about the types of houses. Okay. What are the building materials we need for building a house? Who are the builders who help us in building a house? Now, we are going to see what are the qualities of a good house, children. It is necessary to build a house which is comfortable, safe, and healthy place to stay. Right? You need a house because it is comfortable, safe, and healthy place to stay. It also becomes necessary to see that our house has the qualities that make a good house. We should see whether our house has all the qualities to make it as a good house. So, what are the qualities of a good house, children? Now, look at this picture, children. The first picture. All the rooms of a house should be well ventilated. See how this is, you should see. See how the house looks very bright, ventilated, with so many windows and doors. Then only your house will look ventilated. Okay, otherwise it will seem dark. You will feel you will have too much of suffocation or heat inside the house. Okay, only if enough sunlight and air are received from the doors and windows, you can keep your house hygienic and germs also free. And also germ free environment. Is it clear now? Okay. Now look at this picture, children. Bathrooms should be either attached to the bedrooms or at least close to the bedrooms. Either you have to have a attached bathroom in your bedroom or you should have a bathroom close to your bedroom. Is it clear now? Yes, children. Now look at this picture. How a kitchen should be. A kitchen should be airy and spacious, children. Always a kitchen should be spacious. And how the kitchen should be is, it should be fitted with an exhaust fan and chimney to allow the smoke to go out. Right? So that it will not circulate in the kitchen itself. Right? It will go out up. Can you see in that chimney? Yes or no? Okay, fine. So there should be an airy and spacious kitchen fitted with an exhaust fan or a chimney to draw out the smoke and fumes produced during cooking. When you are cooking, that smoke and fume comes out, right? So that to draw out that, you need chimneys and exhaust fans. Is it clear now? Okay. Yes, children. Now look at this picture, children. You know what is a dining room, children? Do you know what is a dining room? The place where we have the meals, food. Now, this dining room should be close to the kitchen. Like how you see in this picture. The dining room should be close to the kitchen. Why, children? Because it will be easy for bringing the food and having it near, because you have to bring from the kitchen, right? So if it is close, it will be easy. In some houses, if you see, in the kitchen itself, they will have the dining table for having the food. But you can have the dining room close to the kitchen. Is it clear now? Now look at this picture, children. What is this room called as? This room is called as living room. What is this room called as? Living room. Yes, children. Now the living room should be adjoining the dining room. The living room should be close to the joined with the dining room, so that it will be easy for serving the guest or playing with the guest, whatever it is. So the living room should be adjoining the dining room. Should be near the dining room for entertaining and serving the guest. Okay, so that you can get them food easily. Is it clear now? Okay. Now look at this picture, children. Can you see that open area, children? Okay, this open area is called as a lawn or a balcony. Why do we have a lawn or a balcony, children? For doing some activities like reading. Can you see two chairs also in this picture for relaxing? Okay, for relaxing, for reading, and you can also play, you can garden. Can you see that beautiful plants there, children, with flowers? Yes or no? So what you should do is, there should be an open area. Whenever you are building a house or like that, you have to see to that whether there is an open area as you have in this picture, such as a lawn or a balcony for gardening, reading, relaxing and praying. Is it clear now? Okay. Now listen. A good house must have a proper sewage system, children. Proper drainage system, proper drinking water supply. The drinking water supply should be through clean pipes, okay, and good quality electrical wiring. So in a house, all this of should be in a good quality, children. A proper sewage system, a proper drinking water supply through clean pipes and good quality electrical wiring. Can you see this picture now? Okay, fine. Okay, now next one, listen, children. The windows and doors of a house should have wire meshes, meshes. What is this wire meshes, children? Have you seen in most of the houses, children, people put some nets on the doors and windows? Why do they put that net? It is actually called as mosquito net, right? To prevent mosquitoes and some flies from entering the house, to stop the mosquitoes and flies from entering the house. That is why they put that wire meshes. Can you see in this picture how the wire mesh is put on the windows, so that mosquitoes or flies do not enter the house? Is it clear now? Are you clear with this? Okay. Listen, children. Now, what is the maintenance of a good house? How will you maintain a good house, children? Just look at these pictures, children, one by one. To avoid the diseases which are spread by flies and other insects, you should regularly clean your house with mops. Okay? And during this COVID situation, we are using that sanitizer, right? That is also called as disinfectants. It is called as disinfectants. Okay? It doesn't harm you. Okay? It kills the virus. Is it clear or not? So, can you see in the picture how the person is using disinfectant in her hand? She is spraying it and then cleaning the floor. Is it clear now? Are you clear with this? Okay. Now look at this picture, children. What is he doing? Pest control. It should be done at regular intervals to keep away the cockroaches and mice from a house. That is why we have to do pest control. What we have to do? Pest control. Okay. Now listen, children. You should use clean and well covered dustbins, children. For disposing of the waste, for throwing the waste, you should use the clean and well covered dustbins. You should not keep very dirty dustbins inside and uncovered dustbins, because flies, that insects will attract and you'll have bad smell inside the house. Is it clear? So that is why you should keep clean and well covered dustbin to maintain a good house. Is it clear now? Yes, children. The next picture which we are going to see here is, look at the house, children. The house is junk free and clean. That means you do not have so many things thrown here and there. You have things, but it is all kept in a particular place. Okay, so it looks neat. You have covered everything and it looks neat. That is why we say it is junk free and clean. Okay, is it clear now? Okay, now look at this picture, children. To keep the walls well maintained, you should get the house painted whenever required, children. Like once in 2 years or 3 years or few years. Okay, if you feel that it is required. I don't think so 2 or 3 years, but after few years, children. Okay, if you feel that if painting is done, then only the house will look good. So to maintain a good house, what you can do? You can do painting. Is it clear now? Understood or not? You can get the house painted. Okay, fine? Okay. And the last one, children, to maintain a good house, the drinking water pipe should be checked, children. You should check whether there is any leakage. Okay, because leaking pipes, make water unsafe for drinking and it might damage the house. So that is why you should check the drinking water pipes often. Is it clear now? Are you clear with this? So these are the ways to maintain a good house. Now have you understood what all we have learned from this chapter, children? We learned about the types of houses, what are the building materials, fine, and then who are the builders, and then what are the qualities of a good house, how will you maintain a good house. Are you clear, children? Okay, that's all, children. Thank you, children.